Hello and welcome to another X-Ray Tech video. Today we're going to be talking about X-Ray's methods and mission. So to be abundantly clear, as it says on our website and every other piece of material we have, our goal is to create 1 billion hours of mindful time at work. And the way that we're going to do that is by removing 1 billion hours of mindless tasks. That's a pretty abstract concept, right? What does that actually translate to in daily terms or monthly terms, right? For the people that we work with and for ourselves, right? It's nice to say 1 billion hours, but what does that actually mean? What I want to do in this video is really nail down how and what methods are we going to use to actually achieve 1 billion hours of time, how we quantify that, and what our goal is every single time we work with somebody as a member or as a client. So hopefully by the end of this video, you understand how we can achieve this and the methods that we're using to incrementally get there. So let's get into it. Let's pretend we're able to give you 1% of your time back. What does that actually translate to? What does that mean? Right? Let's do some math here. So let's say in the course of a week, you work 40 hours. Well, 1% of that time is 5 minutes per day. So that means over the course of a week, we're able to give you 25 minutes worth of your time back, and that's roughly 1% of your working week. Well, 25 minutes over the course of a week doesn't sound like much, but when you compound it again and again, and you have 1% over the course of the first month, 1% over the course of the second month, 1% over the course of the third month, now all of a sudden we have a compounding time savings that you're able to reallocate into cast work, right? Creative, analytical, strategic, and thoughtful work. So for example, inbound leads can always be a time-consuming task. When you get an inbound lead, you need to respond to them, and you need to do updating internal systems and a whole bunch of other things in handling the lead the way that you really want to. So when we design a workflow for inbound leads or for data and reporting or anything really, we're deciding the work that the member is going to do, the person. What are the creative, analytical, strategic, and thoughtful tasks that are involved inside of this overall workflow? And then what are the robotic tasks that we can completely eliminate and completely automate? So when we begin to create these automations and the workflow gets performed, right? The person is doing some manual tasks that are cast work and the robots are doing the automated work. What we're able to do is assign a time to each of those automations as we measure how many times an automation runs, and we associate a time duration with that automation. We're able to accumulate how much time we've saved over a certain duration. So to date, we've actually saved over 2 months, 60 days worth of time, according to the automations that have run, as a time duration defined by the member themselves over the course of the last 10 months. If we're able to continue to do that over the course of 1 month and 2 months and 3 months, you can see this compounding effect where the value that we're able to generate for a member is this enormous amount of time savings by the end of the year that both redirect their efforts. Instead of doing robotic tasks, they're able to do something else. So we redirect their efforts, and we're able to achieve a higher output than a person could just doing that task. And that's because the automation is able to do it faster, correctly every time. We're able to do it quickly every time. And because the robots do a lot of the pre-work, the human can come in and just do those last 2 or 3 final touches and really up the caliber of the output of that entire process. As a baseline, 1% of your time adds up very quickly, and having an extra half hour per week can be directed towards more strategic, thoughtful, and meaningful work that you can focus on. I hope this video has been helpful just to get inside of our head and understand why we're trying to create compounding 1% time over and over and over again, going through flow to flow to flow. So if there's anything that you would like us to cover here on the show, don't be afraid to throw a comment down below. Links and resources are in the description, and as always, keep the flow.